Good morning, everybody. Hopefully to do a little 10-minute video on the notes. It's going to move pretty quickly. Of course, it's a YouTube video, so you can pause it, you can go backwards, you can go forwards, you can do whatever you need to do. This is a warm-up, a paper that you don't have. We're just going to look at it for 1 second. It says find the sum of the three angles, and boom, 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 ABC. I've got a calculator. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah, it looks like it. 56 plus 90 plus 34 is 180, and 60 plus 60 plus 60 is 180. Sorry for the glare. And this one is 28, 5, and 47. 28, 5, and 147, and that one is also 180. And so make an educated guess about the angles in a triangle. Add to make 180, also known as sum, of course. So if it says to find the missing angle, well, if we know that they all make 180, we can kind of do a little setup here where we know it's 26 plus 77 plus, equals 180. Of course, if we're, doing math, we like to use x's as mystery numbers. Now, basically, we're just going to subtract these to the other side. So really what we're going to want to be doing is 180 minus 26 minus 77, right? Take away the 26, take away the 77. Let's see what we get. 180 minus 26 minus 77. Oh, and I got 77 again. So that would be the answer of this missing angle here. Now, of course, if we have all x's in here, we're going to basically do the same setup of a plus b plus c equals 180. I know that we have more complicated a, b, and c, but it's the same thing. X plus, that's the first one. Second one, 2x plus 5. And the third one of 3x minus 10. And all of those are going to add up to make 180. And here, we're going to Desmos, we're solving it, we're figuring it out, and we're moving on. Okay, that's the warm-up that you don't have. This is the notes. Again, I'm going to go really fast. You can pause it, you can go backwards. The three angles always sum up to make 180. The measure of angle A and B and C is equal to 180. Easy. Find the missing angle. Easy. The trick is 180 minus 28 minus 67, and I got 85. Let's circle our answers, as that is pretty obvious what it is. Find the measure of angle P in PQR. Well, this time I'm only seeing 1, but I also have this here, which means 90 because it's a right angle. We already know that. And so 180 minus 90 minus 45 is another 45. It's a pretty common triangle there, 45, 45, 90. Find the value of x. Again, I'm not going slowly, but this is not very difficult. It's pretty much the same problem every time. X equals 53. Now here is where we're getting the algebra again. It's the same idea. All of them add up to make 180. So 65 plus this, 15x minus 4, plus this, 4x plus 5, is equal to 180. Now we don't really need to keep these parentheses. That's just so that we know that all of this is grouped up in the corner. So don't really worry about the parentheses. Nothing's being multiplied. Everything's just being added is equal to 180. And at this point, we're gonna need Desmos. We're gonna need some kind of, calculator to do it. Of course, back in the day, the kids had to solve it by hand, but no big deal. Desmos is great. 65 plus 15x minus 4 plus 4x plus 5 equals 180. There's my answer. 6. Excellent. It says find the measure of x. X equals 6. Let's go here. Same thing. All of them add up to make 180. 55. 6x minus 6, and 7x plus 1 equals 180. You know, I do want to point out that you want to be careful with these minuses. Obviously, it's plus and plus, but if the little angles themselves have minuses, you don't want to lose that. Same thing, we want to go to Desmos and we want to type all this in. So I'm going to Desmos and I'm typing all this in. 55 plus 6x minus 6 plus 7x plus 1 equals 180. Now sometimes these can be a lot to type in, so maybe I'll double check it. 55, 6x minus 6, 7x plus 10 equals 180. Might have to do a little zooming out, and I see it right here is 10. I'm going to go ahead and say x equals 10, but the question does say, what is the measure of angle T? It doesn't say what is the answer of x. So I'm going to need to take this 10 and put it back into the T here. And so going back into the T, that's going to be 6 times 10 minus 6. We've done this a lot in geometry. This one's pretty easy to do in our head even. You know, 6 times 10 is 60, and 60 minus 6 is 54. The measure of angle T is equal to 54. And yeah, I think that's it for the notes. They add up to make 180, guys. I think most of us probably already even knew that. Take your time, use Desmos if you need to. Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a good day.